What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna make it short and brief. We are in the heat of WrestleMania season. WrestleMania is beginning as officially as in a couple hours, so I'm gonna try to get this video out beforehand. But if you enjoy the content, man, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. Yes, it is WrestleMania. We are on night one. Night one has a slate of about 7 matches on it. And night one is going to kick off with John Cena and Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Now, John Cena killed Austin Theory a couple weeks ago. Pretty much at the beginning of March. He ethered him in a promo, talking about how no one cares about him and that he'd rather much not have WWE piping fake crowd noise, because WWE is known for piping in fake crowd noises, right? He'd rather much not have them pipe in crowd noises just so they can get a reaction when it comes to Austin Theory, because his whole point is no one cares. And if he beats Cena, all the pressure is still on him. If he loses to Cena, he's done. So Cena ethered him at the beginning of March. Austin Theory cut a promo on this past editions of Monday Night Raw, empty arena, kind of harking back to the times of the pandemic. But I didn't really get to watch that promo. But going into this match, I believe Austin Theory has this match. Back in my Elimination Chamber pay-per-view review or predictions, you know that I picked Bronson Reed to pick up the win when it came to the United States Championship Elimination Chamber match. Just because I knew they were going in the direction between Cena and Theory. Now with this championship on the line, it's kind of like 70-30. I can see 30% Cena winning and taking it into Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Well, next Monday. And losing it to potentially, I hope it would be Jay White. Hopefully he signs with WWE and we can get the ball on a roll. We get the show on the roll with him coming to WWE and making an impact. But with that being said, I'm going to take Austin Theory just because I think if he wins this match, it's just another just another step on the stepping stone for him to catapult his career. And what a way to catapult your career by saying you defeated John Cena at the grandest stage of them all, which is WrestleMania. So I'm going to take Austin Theory, and we're going to see what they're going to do with him after that. Now, our next match that we have slated up is the 6-woman tag team match with the tag team champions Becky Lynch and Lita teaming up with Trish Stratus to take on the team of Damage Control. Now, when it comes to this 6-woman tag match, not really all that excited about it, to be honest. As you know from previous videos, I wanted Damage Control to be booked a little better. I felt like they could have been booked a little better, especially with their feud, with the whole feud with Bianca and everybody else involved in that. I felt like there was times where Bianca could have dropped the title to Damage Control or dropped the title to Bayley, and had Bianca chase and at least beat Bayley at the Rumble or something. But we didn't get that. We got her going against Alexa Bliss. Damage Control ain't really had no steam. They just been treated like jobbers. So it's been rumored that Trish Stratus will turn heel. Not at WrestleMania per se, but sometime in the future, and we will get something with her and Becky. Presumably at SummerSlam. So if I'm booking it, I'm going to give Damage Control the win. But I can see Triple H trying to send a crowd home happy by having the Legends and Becky Lynch pick up the win. But I'm going to take Damage Control, man, because I feel like they need a win. If they don't get a win at this point, you might have to think about breaking them up sometime soon in the coming months, because they have no traction. This win gives them traction. So if it's me booking it, I'm going to take Damage Control for the win. Now, another match we have coming up is the Tag Team Showcase with the teams, with 4 teams in a match. I guess you might well say this is a number 1 contender match to see who's going to challenge for the future, whoever the Tag Team Champions will be coming out of night 1. But we have the teams of Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Don't really care too much about this match. I'm sure there's going to be some type of spots in this match. I don't expect this match to go long. I'd expect it to be like at least like 10 to 15 minutes maybe. But the team I'm going to take here is it's kind of tough. I want to either pick Street Profits or Strowman and Ricochet. But I can see Ricochet and Braun Strowman picking up the win just because they trolling Braun Strowman with all his dumbass tweets he been tweeting over the past couple of months about flippy guys. So why not give them the win and keep trolling Braun Strowman by having him stay in this tag team? So I'm gonna go Braun Strowman and Ricochet, and I can see Montez Ford either breaking up from Angelo Dawkins sometime in the future within the next couple of weeks or months. So we're gonna take Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Next matchup we have Rey Mysterio versus his son Dominic Mysterio. Now I love the story. You got the reaction that you wanted last Friday with Rey Mysterio putting Dominic on his ass for the very first time. This is pretty much the second best story outside of the Bloodline story to me. So I'm excited and intrigued to see where they go with this match. I'm kind of 50-50 when it comes to see who's going to be coming out on top of this match, because I can see Rey winning and I can see Dominic winning just because of what we're going to have after WrestleMania when it comes to Backlash being hosted in Puerto Rico and we have Bad Bunny there. So I can see a scenario where Rey Mysterio win and team up with Bad Bunny to take on Damian Priest and Dominic, or I can see Dominic winning and vice versa. Now if it's me personally, I will have Rey Mysterio win, but I think Dominic is going to win just by having interference by Damian Priest at this point, and then it's going to set up the match with Damian Priest and Dominic versus Rey Mysterio and a partner of his choosing, and I think that partner will be Bad Bunny at Backlash. So we're going to take Dominic here in this matchup. Next matchup we're going to talk about Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, WWE has Logan Paul in his rightful spot, which is him as a heel, because the guy is so unlikable. Like, most people in the world just don't like the guy. And he's in his natural role. Babyface was never his role because he's unlikable. So they're building it up pretty great for him. He's had a great, minus what people think of him, he's had a great rookie year. Match with Roman Reigns was great. Match against The Miz was good. Royal Rumble performance, the spot with Ricochet was good, and the way they set up the match with him and Seth has been good. Now, Seth Rollins, there's no need to go in the tribe about how great Seth Rollins is. We know how great Seth Rollins is. And for this matchup, man, Logan Paul has been on a roll, but you have to go Seth Rollins here. Seth Rollins has been putting over everybody this past year. He put over Cody Rhodes 3 straight times, put over Austin Theory. And Logan Paul has been getting the upper hand on him ever since they had their interaction at the Rumble. So, and Seth Rollins is going to be there. He's going to be there the night after WrestleMania. He's going to be there the months after WrestleMania. Logan Paul is not going to be there. He's on a per appearance deal pretty much. And I heard his deal comes up after WrestleMania anyway. So I don't see WWE letting Logan Paul go. I see them re-signing him. But Seth Rollins has to pick up the win because he's going to be here after the fact of everything. After WrestleMania season is over, Seth Rollins will be here. So I'm going to pick Seth Rollins for this win because he needs this win. All right, our final 2 matchups that we have for night 1. And I'm going to take Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair right now. So this leaves my main event being the Tag Team Championship match, which I think should main event night 1. So let's talk about Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. Now, this story goes back to 3 years ago when Rhea Ripley was the NXT champion, and she came out on Raw and pretty much put her championship on the line against Charlotte. Charlotte chose her because Charlotte won the Royal Rumble. We didn't get the match that we wanted. We got the match, but we got it in an empty arena show because of the pandemic. Now, this is the match that they wanted. They're in front of the crowd. They're in Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium, big crowd, big moments. Now, Rhea won the Royal Rumble this year. Charlotte is not. They made Charlotte a babyface. Charlotte is not a babyface. She's a natural heel, and that's the way she should be. For this match, this story has no traction, but it stems from 3 years previous, right? So, I'm going to take Rhea Ripley in this match. Rhea needs this match. She needs this win. This is going to stamp her, because she's been on a great run all of 2022 with the Judgment Day. She's been the heartbeat. She's been the leader of the Judgment Day. So there's no need to stop her momentum by having her run into Charlotte and ultimately losing like most people do when they run into Charlotte. I can go on a whole tribe about that, but I'm not going to do that. Simple needs to be Rhea Ripley picking up the win, taking the championship from Charlotte, running ramshot over SmackDown and leading that SmackDown division into the next pay-per-views. So, taking Rhea Ripley to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, to what I say should main event, night 1. And since they posted the graphic on Twitter a couple days ago about the layout of the matches, this was the de facto main event in my opinion. This has the best story. This is another bridge of the best story in WWE, which is the Bloodline story. It has so many layers. And it achieved this goal by having two other superstars outside of the Bloodline get over. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens both are bigger stars than what they were going into the Bloodline situation. Now we got the Usos, who's been holding the championship for 600 plus days. And we have the former honorary Us, Sami Zayn, teaming back up with Kevin Owens. There's no need for me to go into in-depth analysis on this story. The story writes itself. I think it's going to still make one, just because we have 4 great workers in there. So, with that said, I am going to take the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to pick up the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. They should win it, and it'll be one layer of the Bloodline Empire that is crumbling down. I expect Solo Sikoa to get involved, but it won't mount up to nothing because Sami and Kevin will come out with the win on this. So we're going to take Sami Zayn and we're going to take Kevin Owens. And that will conclude night 1. Now, night 2, we have 6 matches. We have 6 matches slated for night 2. Now, the match that I think will kick off night 2, if it's me, I'm going to go with the Intercontinental Championship match with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. This should be the show stealer match. This will be very hard hitting. A lot of meat slapping with all 3 of these guys. Sheamus has been wanting this Intercontinental Championship. This is the championship that has been eluding him his whole career. He's done it all. This will truly be him becoming the Grand Slam champ. I don't think Gunther don't need to hold the championship to break Honky Tonk record. That record is what it is. It's monumental, but it ain't that monumental. That's the only thing the Honky Tonk Man can cling on to, is that he held the Intercontinental Championship for 64 weeks. It would be a feather in his cap, but Gunther don't need that. So I'm predicting Sheamus to pick up the win by pinning Drew McIntyre and becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. And hopefully we get a new Intercontinental Championship title belt, because I'm not the biggest fan, never was the biggest fan of this new design that they brought out. So I hope they bring a new championship out after WrestleMania. And the next matchup that I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I don't know what to say when it comes to this match, man. I don't know, man. We definitely going to get a visual of Brock getting Omos up for the F5. Omos hasn't changed. He's been the same for the last couple years. He's a big guy. I think he's best in like a protector type role as opposed to inside the ring type role. But they continue to put him in there. And now he's in there with Brock. So I don't see Omos coming out on top here. I see Brock Lesnar picking him up for the F5. They're going to be, this match is going to go probably 8 minutes. They're going to be going through Brock trying to suplex him, and he can't. And then eventually Brock gets him up for the F5, hits him with it, pins him 1, 2, 3. End of story. So Brock Lesnar picks up the win in this matchup. The next matchup we're going to talk about is the Raw Women's Championship match with Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. Now, this story hasn't picked up anything as outside of this past Monday with the video packages for both Asuka and Bianca Belair. It's just been a lot of just staring back and forth. Can they coexist? Whole thing, the tag team thing that WWE normally does, and outside of that, there's not been nothing. I thought it would have been better. I thought it would have been built up better than what it was, but it wasn't. I expected it to be a good match. That's never been an issue when it comes to pay-per-views or nothing like that. The bills can be shit, but the matches will always be good 90 or 85% of the time. So I expect nothing less when it comes to this. Now, in terms of who should win, I don't know, man. It's 50-50 at this point. I don't know if you want to have Bianca hold the belt and keep the belt outside of WrestleMania. I think that's going to turn the people against her sometime soon, very, very soon. You have to give, you know what, I'm going to take Asuka in this match because you have to give her the win. She was gone for a couple months, came back at the Rumble with the new gimmick. She hasn't been treated like new at all. She's doing the same shit, just no screaming, just being awkward. We need the murder clown that she was in Japan. So that's what we need going into this match. I'm going to take Asuka in this match. And hopefully we get something new outside of WrestleMania for both. Bianca could be away from the championship for a while. And Asuka can run ramshot over the Raw roster. And yeah, man. So we're going to go Asuka. And the next matchup we're going to talk about is we have the Hell in a Cell match between Judgment Day's Finn Balor, who's bringing out the Demon, and we have Edge, who's going to be most likely bringing back his old Brood entrance, which is one of the coolest entrances in WWE history, or just wrestling history in general. Now, Edge has been feuding with the Judgment Day for about a year now. It's time for this feud to come to an end, and this is what Hell in a Cell is designed for. It was originally designed for feuds to come to an end. And Edge had a banger Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins a couple years back. I expect the same thing in this Hell in a Cell match with Finn Balor, but I'm going to pick Finn Balor for the win here. I think Balor needs it more than Edge do, but I can also see Edge winning and going on to face whoever the future champ will be coming out of the main event on night 2. But I'm going to pick Finn Balor because you need the Judgment Day to keep rolling. They've been booked great since Triple H took over, so I see nothing less for them not to continue to be booked like they were when Triple H took over. So let's take Finn Balor in this one. Next matchup we're going to talk about is the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team Showcase. Same thing with the men's. Build was trash. Just no tag teams I'm excited for, really, to be honest. It's the individuals I'm excited for, yes, but as tag teams, we really don't have no time to build no relationships with none of these superstars when it comes to being a tag team. All these superstars are just thrown together. Don't really care about the matchup. If I was booking it for shits and gigs, I'm going to take Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. That's what I would do. But I know they're probably not going to win. Just because I'm a Chelsea Green. Just because I like Chelsea Green, I would pick Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. But from a booking man, they're probably going to go Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, so we can get something with Becky and Lita, probably the next night on Monday Night Raw. We don't know, but I'm going to take Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler for this one. And now, the reason we are all here, the reason WrestleMania is probably one of the biggest matches of all time. We have the prodigal son, Cody Rhodes, coming back, winner of the Royal Rumble, going up against the tribal chief, the head of the table, the man who has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 940 plus days now. Monumental record that hasn't been seen or damn near touched since Hulk Hogan did it decades ago. Now, when it comes to this match, man, I can see this match going 50-50, to be honest, man. I can see Roman winning, and I can see Cody winning. If you want Roman to win and get that 1,000-day streak as the champ, it's monumental. I mean, he's already on the plane with Hogan, Bruno Sammartino. He's already mentioned up there. So I can see him holding the belt till SummerSlam. But on the caveat of that is, who comes after Cody, if that were to happen. I'm not saying Cody can't get back to that position, but who comes after that? Roman has beaten everyone. Literally beaten everyone. Stacked them and pinned them. Now, with Cody winning, we get to finish the story. Winning the championship that his father held, but was taken away from him. So, the story writes itself. Cody returns, wins the Rumble, wins the championships. This gives them the opportunity to split those championships up, which they should have never brought together in the first place. I never was an advocate for bringing both championships on one person, because then you limit the amount of exposure the championship gets on one show. And that is what happened. Granted, Roman is the biggest thing in wrestling right now. So I understand that. But they knew with the contract he was signing and everything, and you still put the championships on him. But with Cody winning, this gives them the opportunity to split those championships, have one on SmackDown, one on Raw, and with the rumored championships coming back, this gives me excitement, because I'm not a big Universal Championship guy. I'm more of a big Gold Championship guy. If you know what Big Gold is from the WCW days, I'm a big fan of the World Heavyweight Championship from WCW. And I'm a big fan of the Winged Eagle title as well. So I don't think we're going to get the Winged Eagle, but hopefully we get some new championships. I know why WWE has those championships, because when they are on outside ventures such as soccer, NBA, NFL, etc., they need a big logo belts. They need that logo right in the middle of that belt so they can get those pictures with the people who have won those championships. So people can be like, oh, what's that title that such and such is holding? And they can go find that at WWE. So I know why. But as a pure wrestling fan, I like the Winged Eagle and I like the World Heavyweight Championship. So hopefully we get those championships coming out of WrestleMania. And with that being said, man, I'm going to take Cody Rhodes. Just because I think he has the best story heading into WrestleMania. He has to finish the story. His story, if you don't know about his story, you need to go look into his story. From being released, betting on himself, building a company in AEW, and like he said, making it to where 100% in the locker room can make more money. He absolutely did that. For that time he was away. Came back to WWE. One of the hottest guys in the company. One of the top baby faces in the company. This is the time to put the championship on the top baby face that people actually like. So, I'm going to take Cody. The Roman Empire falls. Roman Reigns takes a break and be gone for a while. And we can get another layer of the Bloodline story. We only in chapter 1. So there's multiple chapters to go when it comes to the bloodline. So I think Roman will be fine. But I'm going to take Cody Rhodes. And with that being said, man, that is my predictions for WrestleMania 39, nights 1 and 2. I hope you guys enjoy the show. I will do so well. And subscribe if you're new. Make sure to comment, share, and like the video. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out, man.